it's always such a pleasure. Remember when you tried to kill me twice? Oh, how we laughed and laughed, except I wasn't laughing. Under the circumstances, I've been shockingly nice. You want your freedom taken, that's what I'm counting on. I used to want you dead, but now I only want you gone. She was a lot like you, well, maybe not quite as heavy. Now little Caroline is in here too. Say, how'd you get in my room? One day they woke me up so I could live forever. It's such a shame the same will never happen to you. You've got your short, sad life left, that's what I'm counting on. I'll let you get right to it. Now I only want you gone. Now listen, I ain't gonna tell you twice. We don't know if there's gonna be a Portal 3 or not. Now I'm gonna have some of my friends here in the band show you a thing or two of what we do with test subjects just like you. Take it away! Goodbye, my only friend. Oh, did you think I meant you? That would be funny if it weren't so sad. Well, you have been replaced. I don't need anyone now. When I delete you, maybe I'll stop feeling so bad. Go make some new disaster, that's what I'm counting on. You're someone else's problem, now I only want you gone. Now I only want you gone. Now I only want you
Alright, hello everyone and welcome to the stream. I am Razim and this is Tides of Madness Exalted. Let me go ahead and get the game up here. And we're gonna turn it over to Toshime for the recap.
Well, last time there were some dragonblooded that were coming over to Neves' territory. And they got nuked.
And then there weren't any dragonblooded in Neves' territory.
Along with a big ass hole in the ground, but that's besides the point.
I think that was the point, though.
Yes.
A magnanimous dispensation.
And the donation goal is already completed.
Okay. I will do that before the session is over, because I already have something for that.
Okay. So yeah, we'll turn it over now to you then, Ruby.
Alright. So, you've all just nuked the shit out of some dragonblooded, and you're on your way back. When, forget, our Sidriel's here, right? Today.
That's
Forget who-
Nestle, right?
Yes. Think so.
He's here, he's just muted.
Yes, sorry.
Alright. So, as you're headed back to Neves's castle, you swear you hear a voice. You're not sure where it's from or even what it said. You just hear a faint whisper.
I'll look a little disturbed for a second and glance around and make sure nobody was actually talking to me. And then I'll try to listen a bit harder.
The voices, as you listen a bit harder, you make out the words, "The end is near," before they just disappear.
Voice? The whisper disappears?
Yes, the whisper
Okay,
just
okay.
completely disappears after that.
I'll mumble under my breath. Well, that's disquieting. What time of day is it, by the way?
I'd say it's getting towards night when you're on your way back.
Okay. I will definitely be using one of my charms tonight.
All right. Does anyone else react to like how your Citriel's acting right now, or?
I mean, he only mumbled under his breath, so I don't think, at least Neves probably wouldn't have noticed.
Yeah. All right.
They're the keeper of secrets, so there's no reason to pry into their business.
I don't really feel a need to advertise. I mean, I probably hear that kind of shit all the time, so. The end is always nigh. I mean, what else is new?
The deal. The end is nigh. Let me rewrite that one.
Exactly. Yeah, I'll be using Of Truth's Best Left Unspoken tonight.
Does that do?
I'm sorry?
What does it do?
That reveals the greatest tragedy soon to befall a particular character, place, or group.
All right.
It requires 3 hours of meditation under a starry sky. So hopefully it's clear weather tonight. Now to make a fortitude versus fortitude and sagacity roll.
All right. So, y'all make it back. When
Joke.
Ты мне огурец?
Neves, you hear a whisper.
Я тебе огурец.
You can't make out the whisper. It's too quiet at first.
Яблок,
Trying to think of how Neves would respond.
Яблок, да. Не дашь?
He'd probably just be listening to try and figure out what it is for now.
Either that or challenging the whisper.
Nah. Well, okay, maybe.
Who said that?
I'm still waking up, so not fully in Neves' mindset yet.
Yeah.
The end is nigh. I'll end you.
No.
I
Neves
decide when
hears
things
is-
end.
What Neves hears is your kingdom will fall.
Oh.
Well, now that's a little more specific.
Who goes there? And you know, Neves,
Question.
loud, boisterous, just kind of shouted that out.
These whispers seem to come from no one.
Question.
42.
Mr. DM. Mrs. DM.
Yes.
You know, the problem,
wh-
I gotta say, the problem with you being like, question, is we think immediately you're in character.
Not sure.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, no, you'll know if I'm in character because he starts his questions with query.
Inquiry. Yes.
Fair.
But
I-
what is your
I say
question?
question.
What is
That's
your
You
a
know-
question?
question to alert you to the fact that I have a question, usually for the DM. A question for the DM.
What is your question?
Is there an actual physical being or some form of life force present that is doing the whispering?
None that you could see or
I have
even interact with.
lifetime detecting scan. I have a life sign detecting scan, so that is why I'm asking.
They are
If
not.
there is
No.
okay. If there was a life sign that was like not supposed to be there, I would be able to detect that.
The answer is no.
Okay. So for a moment, seeing as how more people are starting to act strange, I'll activate that for a moment, see that there's nothing there, and then conclude that these people are just losing their shit. And say nothing the entire time.
It's exalted being exalted.
As you challenge these whispers, Neves, they just stop.
Serves them
Query.
right.
He scared him off.
But of
Query.
course, I am Neves, king of conquerors. All shall quail in my presence.
Query: did I miss something? My scanners have not indicated any additional presence.
Our illustrious champion returns. Welcome home.
Well, thank you, Nestle. There was something whispering. And it had the audacity to say that my kingdom will fall.
Objection. My sensors have not picked up any additional life signs in the immediate area.
Ah, but you just specified life signs, not... that would not account for things that may not actually be living anymore.
Hold on, let me read how the life sign detection scan works fully.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It says life sign detection scan, but it doesn't say that it needs a life sign. It says that it needs a target.
How are you supposed to have a target if you're not sure if there's any life signs?
I know,
Read
it's
off
weird, it's
exactly
confusing.
what it says.
Alright, so the Exalted is a superior tracker, clever hiding places and evasion tactics don't fool her. The chemical scans out an area out to medium range looking for her target. She learns their location and distance from her, even if the target is behind cover. If the target is perfectly concealed, gain 2 bonus successes on opposed roll to detect him.
I'm not sure that just is... I'm not sure that is a... boom, you know exactly what's around. I think based on that description, it sounds to me like it's more of a, oh, are they hiding behind that rock, but you're aware of them? Well, now you know where they are.
Right, but it's called a life sign detection scan.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, I like where your head's at, and I will allow it to be used like that in some circumstances.
Okay.
And since we know something's up, I'll activate Spirit Cutting Glance. Commit 1 mote for the scene. The Exalt can see dematerialized spirits that are present in the scene. And I can attack them as materialized.
There's nothing.
No spirits around.
No spirits.
I'm letting everybody else know no spirits around.
Well, something definitely just spoke to me.
I'll mention at this point I did hear something similar on the flight back.
I forget, are like magic and spells normal in this universe?
So, magic, I don't know it all fully. I know the nuke that was dropped last time was a sorcery, a spell. However, it's not really common because in this world you have to sacrifice something to gain access to
Something.
magic.
So there's not something basic like ascending spell.
No.
No, there's...
Okay.
Well, I mean, there
About
are basic...
There are magic items, but they're relics.
Yeah. Like... Technically, all of our charms and stuff are a form of magic, but... actual, like, sorcery is different.
Yes.
And actual sorcery, again, is not very common.
It's like the difference between a warlock and a sorcerer.
Okay.
I wouldn't even compare it to those, actually.
I understand though. It was just a question of, is magic easily and readily accessible? Answer is no.
Whoever, no, the short answer, whoever or whatever is doing this is either insanely strong or has an artifact of some kind.
Or it just doesn't exist.
Exist.
It's all fake. It's
Speculation.
in our heads.
Speculation. In the time that the Atochathon has been away, you have not evolved wavelengths to be transmitted between your biological masses, have you?
What?
Simplification. You're not able to talk to each other with your brains, correct?
No, not normally.
Gotta be a charm, though. Actually, would my sagacity be able to tell us that? Or would sagacity roll be able to tell us that?
Yeah.
Who's doing the sagacity? Is it one of the two that have heard the whispers?
Yes.
Okay. Since you've heard the whispers, I will allow it.
Okay. So 5d10, right? 5d.
Yep.
Okay.
Plus,
Well, yeah. How many dots of sagacity do you have?
5.
Okay.
and are
what
you forcefully
attribute?
doing this, or
What?
What attribute are you associating with this attempt?
Oh,
You
I
gotta
guess
say-
finesse.
Okay.
You kind of need to, like, how are
Describe
you
it.
doing it?
Yeah.
I guess I'm just searching my memory for any sort of telepathic abilities that might be available to Exalted.
So you get to, like, Exalted Essence especially is designed where you are meant to add your best attribute to your role. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
It would
But
be...
That would be finesse.
As for general knowledge on what you can glean from these whispers, from what you've heard, they feel ancient.
But yeah, so you add together your attribute and your sagacity or whatever ability you're using, and that is the total amount of dice you roll. Unless you
Okay,
have
not
something
much help there.
else beyond that boosts it.
Yeah.
Was it 7 to 9 is success, so 2 successes?
7 to 10 is a success. 1's
Oh, 9 to 10, right.
detract.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
0 then.
Make sure you put
They-
that in the chat.
No.
These voices feel ancient, and there's an emphasis on they. There's multiple ones all saying the same thing to you.
Mm-mm. There are multiple voices, but they're saying the same thing. I will
Yes.
comment. And they feel old. Very old.
Well, I doubt Neves is going to have any better luck, but let's see.
Duke.
Well, I at least got
Значит,
one
ломался
success,
замок.
plus that
Теперь мне
explode,
будут
so...
But he's
Okay.
breaking down his hammock. And now it is not very convenient to lay in it.
You basically glean the same thing, that there is many voices all telling there was many voices that felt just old and really strong, telling you your kingdom will fall. Did you get all that?
Yeah, I'm just not sure what
Think,
to do
think,
with it.
Yeah. Who backstory wise was at Thorn? I forget.
I believe
That
that was
was Zusha.
Toshime.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was Toshime.
Yeah,
All right.
Zusha.
Zusha. So Zusha at this point will hear the whispers. And what the whispers say to them is, you couldn't save them all.
But I can return it to glory, I think back.
The whispers just stop.
And I say, I just had the voices try to talk to me.
It's just too early for mysteries. Brain does not compute.
I'm not sure what we're supposed to do with the information.
Yeah.
But, maybe tonight I'll learn a little more.
Yes. Maybe.
Theory. Due to my audio receptors not picking up anything and life sign detections coming up as negative, there may be additional outside forces which we may need to be wary of.
I agree. Maybe it's one of the dead dragonblood.
It is definitely more than one.
We all know creation is on a knife's edge with all the different factions vying for power.
I did also open the first session up with there are rumors of more and more Exalted going insane.
True. Maybe we're all going insane.
And nobody knows the cause of it or why.
Cautionary. If you are to be suggesting that insanity is behind these supposed voices, then this could mean poor implications for the future.
Well, if anyone hears any more whispers, please bring them to the group's attention, because any information is better at this point.
I don't like things I can't stab.
All the voices did for me is remind me of the Fall of Thorns.
Hmm.
Speculation. Could this voice not be what some organics tend to refer to as a conscience?
Certainly seemed external to me, at least. These weren't my normal thoughts. Question.
Yeah, what's up?
My contact's merit is with the Bureau of Destiny.
Okay. Again, most of this I would ask Core first, so I'm going to need a little bit of context.
All right, well that's fine. When gathering information on the subject, if that group could feasibly know anything, add dice equal to this merit's rating to your roll. But I guess my question is, if I have contacts in the Bureau of Destiny, being the kind of the maintainers of the Loom of Fate, how would they communicate with me?
They'd say in a very similar manner to these whispers, but it's not the same. This feels similar, but very different at the same time.
If the maidens had to contact you, they would send a Sidril to you. They can find out where you are.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, what if I need to contact them?
Can't you just say you were there?
I'm sorry?
Can't you just say you were there?
Toshime would be able to answer this better than anyone else here, I think. At least here right now.
Yeah.
You would have to find a gate to Yushan.
Okay, so I have to go there to actually learn it.
Yes.
Fair enough. So never mind.
But you would know where the closest gate was.
I think I might just wait until nightfall.
All right.
So I'll hopefully my charm will give me a little more information than what we got.
Yes, I'm actually going to use your charm to do the goal that was met. So,
Okay.
which will shed some light on what's going on.
Well, that's okay then.
Because it's the perfect opportunity to put in the vision that I have
Oh, good.
planned.
I guess that's all. I'll keep listening for the whispers myself, but otherwise, just I guess, have we returned yet? Are we back at?
I'd say you would have reached it by now.
Okay.
Its sun's going down. It's about dinner time.
Gotcha. Anybody else gonna do anything before
Nighttime, dinner,
nighttime?
whatever.
I'm here to bureaucracy.
So were we headed back to the capital, or?
Yeah, we were headed back. I was going to have you guys all head back to the capital because it wasn't too far away.
Alright.
I mean, it was, but it wasn't.
Neves
Assuming
would
there wasn't.
send a messenger to his army to recall them to the capital, since, they went without the army. And then he will have Ferris prepare his dinner meal one for the group,
Yes.
You are too kind.
It is
Definitely
always
more
good to make sure that your comrades are well taken care of.
Much obliged, sir.
No further whispers interrupt this meal.
Observation. It appears as though the provided what's the word? The provided utilities are gosh darn words. Still waking up myself, sorry.
No, you're fine. We're all
It
just
appears
in that state. We're all kind of in that state
yeah.
of
It appears as though the provided supplements are intended purely for organics.
Well, you'll have to excuse me, but I don't exactly have whatever sustenance you require.
Statement. I do not require sustenance.
Then what's the problem?
Ba, 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 ba. I lost wording again. I'm fumbling on my words. Ba, 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 ba. At this point, I should just like start typing out what I'm gonna say before I say it. Dear God.
Plan it out.
Probably not a bad idea.
Make a rough draft.
Yeah.
Send it off to your editor for approval.
No, you get the first draft. I don't got time for that. Okay, what did you literally just say, like, before that? It's good to make sure that what's going on?
That your allies are provided for?
Yeah.
And then you were questioning, and I'm like, well, I don't have what sustenance you require. And then you're like, that's fine,
like,
I don't
well, then what's
need
the
any. And
problem?
I'm like, what's the problem?
Observation. You stated that you enjoy providing for your allies.
Yes, and what exactly are you needing?
Statement. I do not require anything. However, nothing has likewise been provided for my station.
I am providing you with sustenance if you wish.
so much.
Oh, Neves is going to smash this robot into little tiny bits.
Yes.
What exactly do you need, Cyril?
Recitation. I do not require anything. It is simply a question of provisions of which he has stated to be actively providing. Supplication. It would be nice, however, to have a proper chamber to re-augment when necessary.
Then why the hell did you not just say so?
Response. Because such a chamber is not necessary for my station. However, would be a benefit.
Oh, for the love of... Somebody just find him a room to do whatever the hell it is he needs.
Correction.
And Neves is actually rubbing his temples right now.
That's the exact image I had. Oh my god.
What?
Object.
That is literally the exact image I had of Neves just rubbing the temples. Just...
Objection.
If you say one more thing, I will send you to the scrap heap.
Varric will carefully lead Cyril away to some chambers, and gently pat his arm as he takes him.
Sirio, I would like to point out that Exalted were able to strangle a primordial to death, and they don't need to breathe either.
Right?
So, a simple robot, I think I could easily manage strangling it to death.
But I'm an Exalted too.
Exactly.
There'll be a bit of
Debatable.
difficulty, but yeah. And it's Cyril, I believe. The alchemical's name.
So, we'll just go ahead and skip ahead till, like, where everyone's, resting down for the night. And get your thing out of the way. The vision
Yeah,
thing.
so pretty much as soon as the stars start to come out, I'm going to sit on a nice open area and begin to meditate. And I will focus on our little group, or perhaps I wonder if I should go on a group or the kingdom itself.
Either works.
All right, let's do the whole kingdom then, since we were told it was going to fall.
Yes. So,
And I need to make a roll, apparently.
yes. Go ahead and make the roll, but I have a whole thing planned because the goal was met.
Okay. So 8.
Right. So, when you normally do this, you get just a vision of the future. But as you focus on the future of the kingdom, you're suddenly see yourself looking through the eyes of one of those dragon-blooded that was nuked. You can hear the whispers in his head telling him things that are just driving him to the point of insanity, to the point where he just has to lash out at everything around him. It then cuts to where the nuke drops on him. It then flashes forward to where you find your group surrounded by an unknown force. They're shadowy. In the background, you can see Neves's capital on fire. It then cuts again, and you see 8 piercing eyes staring at you from the darkness. And then it ends.
Well, that's disquieting. Have folks started to go to bed yet, since it's 3 hours after nightfall?
I would assume so.
Neves would
that's
most
a-
likely still be up for a while, but
Okay.
he does.
Well, being that I'm kind of Neves's advisor slash, not entirely sure what my title is, but I'll definitely go and mention to him, if he's still awake, what exactly I saw.
Cyril does not sleep.
That true. Not sure if Cyril should be around Neves right now, but
Yeah, probably a bad idea.
I'll tell him separately. The same thing.
real quick. What's the
And then if-
what is the
Sorry.
equivalent of a wisdom saving throw in this?
Sagacity and finesse, maybe?
Sagacity?
I'm not sure. I mean, I think there has to be some sort of setup for the roll. I'm assuming.
I'm trying to determine whether or not Cyril takes word war.
You're breaking up, say
Yeah,
again?
you're breaking up. You're breaking up with us.
Hello?
Greetings.
Okay. I would like to roll to see if Cyril takes Neves's words as a declaration of war.
So in Exalted, there's actually a rule that I cannot force you to make that decision.
I know, which is why I want to roll for it.
And if you wanted to withstand mental duress, outside influences, magical manipulation, that would be integrity.
Integrity?
Yeah.
Okay. I have nothing in integrity. So is
Well, I
that
guess-
just like a base fortitude or finesse roll?
I guess I'm going to be talking Cyril down from the ledge here as well.
You still have your finesse.
Yeah, is that like, do I just roll 3?
Yep.
Okay. Wait, is it finesse or fortitude? Because if it's finesse, it's 4.
So, Moriarty, I would like to say you are welcome
Yes?
to try and fight Neves. I'm just going to remind you that Neves cannot be hurt or in any way by trivial enemies.
Oh. Damn.
Oh,
Shots
snap.
fired.
And thus the whispers.
Don't worry, neither
between
can I.
each other.
Well, nice knowing you all.
And that's a 0.
So you honestly can't tell whether that was a declaration of war or just a very, very angry person.
Noted. He's watching.
Yeah.
So Cyril is just kind of casually walking around wherever he is allowed to walk around in.
Enjoy your personal quarters down in the locked dungeons.
Oh, he's not staying in his quarters.
But they're down in the locked dungeon.
To be fair, the dungeon sounds like the perfect place for the fucking robot to set up his shit.
I'll be right back.
Robot.
I love how the robot keeps roboting.
Roboting.
Testing 1, 2.
Hello.
Hello.
So would
Hello, robot. It just keeps happening to you.
Happening. Oh.
gardens. They're so precious. Moriarty, you there?
Nope.
Am I here?
For now.
Hello. For now.
Yeah, for now we hear ya.
Okay.
It's
So-
just uncannily fitting that the robot keeps roboting. You're not at the moment, but
Okay, that's good. So as I was attempting to state, and hopefully I can get through one line of statement before I robot again, Cyril absolutely would enjoy the dungeon because 1, suffering of organics, and 2, Cyril has many built-in interrogation techniques. He'd be like, "Oh, would you like some help with that?" And let me just bend their hand completely backwards. Don't mind the snapping.
we are waiting. Someone said they'd be right back.
That was Nestle, so yeah, kind of
Yeah.
important that he be here for this little scene.
Yes, because they did get a semi-important vision.
What was
Oh,
the
no.
vision again?
What?
What was the vision again? Because he said he was sharing it with,
Yeah. Okay. So the vision was he saw himself in the place of one of the dragonborn that got the dragon-blooded that got nuked. He heard whispers whispering to this man, driving him insane to the point where he needed to strike out at everything. And then it cut to a different scene. It cut to them being nuked. It then cut again to a different scene. Where the entire party, is surrounded by strange, shadowy figures that he couldn't make out. And in the background, your capital city is burning. It then cut again to 8 piercing eyes, staring at 8 sets of eyes staring at him from the darkness. And that's the end of the vision.
Okay, so 8 eyes belonging to 4 different people, or 8 eyes as in giant spider?
Or a cluster.
Oh, sorry. There's 8 sets of 2 eyes, so there's 8 different people.
Okay. Because if it was a spider, we'd have a whole different problem on our hands.
Fair.
Namely,
No.
that would probably be a vision of the future as Neves burns down his capital because of the spider being in it. Either that or it's a pattern spider, which, that's just a whole other ballpark altogether.
No, it would have been one of the... Spider would have been worse.
Yes.
Say that. Because that's when it would have been more in... It would have been in his wheelhouse.
So, how far away is the nearest door to Yushan?
For sake of ease, I'll say Nevis has one in his capital,
Oh,
because
not
I
convenient.
don't want to.
Isn't
Too much.
Yushan like heaven?
Pretty much.
Yes.
Yeah, there'd be a portal here. It's one of the major capitals of the world, so I feel like there'd be one here.
Well, you didn't know there was a portal to Yushan in your castle, Neves? It's a big castle, I guess. I can understand.
I mean, I don't think it wasn't really a major capital before Neves took it over, but I'm not
Yeah,
turning
it is
down.
now.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
It
now.
is now.
The gods are
And I
just
would-
like, oh, well, you took it over this city. Well, here you go.
Yep.
It's more like the gods have you took it over, and the pattern spot's like, oh shit, important shit's gonna happen here. You might want to like.
Yeah, we need a shortcut to get here, just in case. Yeah, so I guess if probably not gonna bother to sleep tonight because I would be pretty disturbed by that vision. So I
Yeah.
might just head out to check with my contacts at the Bureau of Destiny to see if they can provide any more information about WTF is going on.
And if it was a spider person, then it would have been in Kerr's wheelhouse for one of his.
Yeah. Um. They can't tell you much. They do say that this does feel like the work of one of the not gods, but something akin to them. Like the old gods that were destroyed ages ago.
One of the primordials, you mean?
Yeah,
Okay.
it feels this whole situation that you've described reeks of something similar to that. They can't quite place what yet. They'll look into stuff for you and get back to you.
Okay. I guess I'll go back to the capital with that information.
And don't let a Sidero go crazy. Otherwise, we're all doomed.
Yep. So, who you go into the info with first?
Probably Neves again.
All right. How does Nevis react to this info?
That the energy sound or the whispers sound like a primordial.
Well, that and the vision.
The visions are also sounding like the primordials.
The combination of the vision and the whispers are heavily reminding their contacts of something akin to a primordial. They can't place it just yet. They need to do a little bit more digging before they can truly pin what it is.
And if I recall correctly, Tochathon or whatever, however you pronounce that, that is one of the primordials, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Would Nevis
Speaking
know
of-
that?
I don't think so.
Okay.
From what I gathered from Kerr in last session, you wouldn't know. No. The only one who would know is not here. Besides Cyril. Speaking of, Cyril, while you're in your quarters setting up your thing.
I'm not setting up anything.
Yeah,
To set up my thing, I need my forces here. I have
fair.
not summoned my forces yet.
Okay, but while you're in your while you're in the quarters, you hear the whispers. They tell you your quest is pointless.
Life sign detection scan, all the 9 yards.
Same as last time.
Okay. I'm going to leave and I'm going to seek out Nestle.
Varric.
Is Nestle alone?
You mean
Varric.
Varric?
Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah. Varric. Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm used to looking at
I-
different spots for different names when I don't
all
have
good.
them memorized yet.
I would say by this point, Varric was on his way to come to you, and you encounter him midway.
Work.
Okay. And so we're just kind of like standing in a hallway?
Yeah, middle of a fucking hallway.
Duke.
So Cyril's going to walk up to Varric, make a motion, like a slow motion, to softly put a hand on his shoulder and lean in close and simply say, disclosure. Can I speak with you without you informing Neves?
Oh, great.
Pardon?
I said nothing. Yes, depending on the information and how it pertains to the rest of our group.
Statement. Neves stated that if I spoke again, he would try to put me in a scrapyard.
Varric will chuckle a little bit
I would
and
like
say,
to. I just want to correct you. Scrap heap.
I will gently laugh and pat him on the shoulder and say that he has much to learn about.
Community's acclaim spreads.
He has much to learn about the doings of the worldly folk, but I will assure him that Neves wasn't necessarily kidding, but would be wise to just lay low for a little bit. But otherwise, yes, I can listen to what you have to say.
Cautionary. If Neves does try to put me inside of a scrap heap, this will endanger my diplomatic mission.
Robot.
You're breaking up.
Moriarty, would
You're
you
gone.
please stop trying to break up with us?
We can't hear you. You're yeah. There you go.
I want a divorce.
That's right. I will make every effort to ensure he does not put you in a scrap heap. I will assure him and pat his shoulder.
Okay. How much of that last line did you get?
Not much.
Okay. Neves goes ahead and says, cautionary. If Neves attempts to put me in a scrap heap, this will endanger my diplomatic mission, and therefore may trigger some of my self-preservation protocols.
I understand. I will make every effort to ensure that does not happen.
Addendum. My audio receptors have indeed picked up some form of whispering in which you had described earlier.
What did it say?
It had stated that my mission here is currently meaningless. However, we know for a fact this is false.
Yes, the whispers are lying to us, I think. Or I hope.
Conclusion. Would it not be best to simply then tune out the audio receptors from these whispers?
I'm sorry?
Recitation. Would it not be simply of value to tune out the wavelength of these whispers?
Bearing in mind that the whispers may have caused the dragonbloods that we encountered to have gone insane, I would not put any stock in what they say, but certainly please report to us what they do say, so that we can prepare and analyze for future events.
Agreement. This makes logical sense, as any statement that they make is therefore false, and therefore any opposite statement, therefore true, could be used to extrapolate information.
Precisely. You and I will get along just fine, Cyril.
Appeasement. I'm glad that you think so. I'm certain that our relationships may maintain good fortune as well.
Excellent. Is there anything else you need for your new abode?
A full facility.
Your maintenance facility?
Answer. There are some facilities which may be required for changing out parts and modules of my personal being. However, this requires some of my forces from Atochithonia. My mission here was to find a place we could use as an outpost where I could set up this base of operation.
I'm not sure you should do that just yet here. I think you need to earn a little bit of trust from Neves first.
Agreement. This place is currently in a political state of strife and not currently a good candidate for setting up our forces.
Precisely. Well, I think, I guess I'll go and explain the same to Zhuja. I'll wish Cyril a pleasant night, doing whatever he does.
And he will simply go reply, "You have a good evening, Sir Varric."
Thank you. And I will go to see if Zhuja is actually up first, and not wake them up.
Yep.
Okay. So I will relay the outcome of my discussion with the Bureau of Destiny
And the vision.
and the Vision, of course.
So is it a fallen, or is it somebody who's still around, or is that not known?
Uncertain. One of the old gods is all they would give me, or possibly related to one of the old primordial gods. So we might be in trouble. But we can also hope that the Whispers are merely attempting to lie to us, to tell us, to cause us to go insane with worry and doubt. So even the visions might have been faked to a degree. It's hard to say. Regardless, we need to stay on our guard.
And
I'm really upset Kura's not here because I had this really fun one for him and he's not here.
No.
Because this is in like I was saying, this is in Kerr's wheelhouse because his patron is technically the one giving the whispers.
Ha.
Kind of. Out of game, you're on the right track.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the question is whether they were stuffed in Malpheus or if they escaped before the Exalted got to them.
Mm.
But that's just my 2 cents.
I guess I'm wishing Juja a good night, and then going to catch what sleep I can.
Your sleep is not that well. You keep getting awoken by fits, and you're having a hard time sleeping.
No surprise there.
It's more. It seems to be more than just the whispers and everything that's going on. Something else is making it so that you're having a hard time sleeping. It's like something is trying to contact you through your dreams, but every time it tries, your body rejects it.
Interesting. Well, short of trying to find some sort of a sleep aid, I guess I'm just going to have a rough night's sleep.
Yes. So, come morning, what's everyone doing?
Patrolling.
What?
Again?
Cyril's just patrolling.
The whispers come into your head again, Cyril. This time, they say, a Tochathon will die.
Conclusion. This is good news, as these voices only lie. Therefore, a Tochathon is sure to survive.
There you go.
He's literally set any whisper statement to false in his brain.
Excellent.
So now they're just reinforcing his ideals.
I think that's the right way to play it.
What is Neves doing this morning?
But
What? Was someone going to say something?
The robot's going robot again.
Well, bye. Hold on.
Have you restarted Discord properly?
Checking 10-4.
We can hear you, but have you restarted Discord?
Probably.
Yeah, let me go ahead and do that real quick.
Okay.
If I am coming in for nope,
You're a robot again.
Yeah, I can see my voice going from like high green to low red. I don't know what's going on with it. But yeah, let me restart Discord. Force quit.
What was the voice's first message to Cyril?
His mission
mission was, that's right. Mission was pointless.
I'll wait for him to come back before we continue.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hello.
Hello?
Greetings.
Okay.
Welcome back.
I'm not interrupting again, am I?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
We were waiting for you.
Oh, appreciate
All right.
it. I was gonna say, For Cyril, it's not like a matter of he's like convincing himself that they're wrong. It's not like a mental thing. It's literally just whisper statements set to false. Therefore, he literally basically just hears a Tochathon will live.
Yes.
He just legit hears the opposite. Anyways,
That's it. You tell those whispers.
he's not telling them anything. He's just like, okay.
I know.
Zero.
I'm just saying.
All right, what's Neves doing?
Neves would
Neves
awake. What was that, Toshime?
Neves is winning the battle.
Neves would awake in his elaborately large, comfortable bed and ring his bell for Ferris to bring him breakfast before going out onto his balcony to survey his kingdom, as he does almost every morning.
Yes. So
Survey says,
as you look out across your kingdom, the whispers come into your head, and they say, they don't respect you, they don't fear you, they only pity you.
Neves will scoff. Those that do not fear me are simply fools. They will learn to fear me in time.
Alright, what's Zusha doing?
My normal prayer to the Exalted Sun.
The whispers come in, and they simply state, it's pointless. Don't even try.
There's no need to acknowledge the whispers.
I love us. I'm sorry, I can't get over Cyril's reaction to the whispers.
I think it was great.
statement set to false.
False.
Therefore, opposite is equals true.
Alright,
It's just lines
Varric,
of code.
you are... Varric, you are exhausted. Sleep did not really happen last night. You got about, 3 hours sleep in total.
Oof.
What are you doing?
Guess I'm trying to find the equivalent of coffee.
You find hot brown morning potion.
Yeah, that'll work. And,
water.
As you go to sip on the coffee, the whispers come into your head and say, it's poisoned.
just to prove it wrong, I will take a nice big slug.
Nothing happens.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Well, don't give it ideas.
Cyril's gonna go ahead and seek out Nestle again.
Eric.
Varric, yes. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the call whenever I'm talking, so I'm looking at the call.
I understand. It's okay.
Varric.
You might want to look at Fantasy Grounds.
Yes.
We got the
In
names
fact,
up there.
I'm just gonna put Fantasy Grounds over Discord now.
There you go. I will blearily look up from my morning brown potion drink.
Disclosure. I have once again heard from the spirits again.
Yes, I have as well.
Oh. And
just
we
to
would have coffee. We're in the west in the forest.
Yes. I like it's a reference I like making.
Okay.
I will comment to him, yes, and to reinforce the idea that they are speaking falsehoods. It told me my coffee was poisoned, and I'll take another drink. just to drive in the point.
Commentary. When it
And
spoke to
suddenly
me...
Varric falls over dead.
Commentary. When it spoke to me, it stated that a Tochathon would die, which gives good forecasts for the results of our mission. That stated, I still must be diligent. Fuck. Diligent is the word. I still must be diligent in my mission here. When do you believe would be a good time to continue political negotiations and to facilitate communications once more with Neves?
Perhaps after breakfast. We can try.
Agreement.
Worry, what is breakfast?
I think he knows what breakfast is, at least.
He knows what breakfast he's even if he doesn't need it.
Yes.
Us fleshy critters need to have our sustenance.
I kind of imagine he just has a dictionary uploaded into his brain. So he may not actually really understand the concept of breakfast, but he knows what breakfast is.
Yeah.
Now, what he doesn't understand is second breakfast.
Yeah. It's weird having to have to stuff things into your mouth hole to make sure you don't keel over. Let alone
Observation. It is purely a ritual in which organics fuel themselves.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. So I guess after having most of my brown morning potion and having and getting another one, I'll go and check with Zhuja and Neves and see if they've had more whispers.
Cyril just follows Varric at this point. Varric is basically like his one safe contact that he's aware of.
Oh. So I guess I'll go to Zhuja first and then go to Neves in hopes that breakfast will make him a little more receptive.
I just realized, as it currently stands, Cyril trusts no one in the party but Varric. Because Zhuja is a solar exalted. Neves technically threatened him, as far as he's concerned, in his literal way of thinking about things.
And Cyril literally was like, "You shouldn't be here."
Yeah, and
don't I have to operate as his translator still?
Oh yeah, that's right. There's still like that weird language barrier.
Can we fix that, by the way, or I mean, not that I don't mind being translator, because I think some things would be better going through Varric than.
Okay. How I'm going to run the language barrier is every session Cyril is going to pick up a few more words in the language and learn over time.
I should state the moment Cyril has the ability to swap out components.
Yes.
But
for now,
chemical exalted do have strange tongue understanding.
Yes. For now, though, that's how I'm going to run it, is slowly over time, Cyril will actually learn the knowledge of, hey, I can speak their language now.
Gotcha.
Just by, interacting.
I'm literally just taking various words, putting them in my database, and matching them up with other things that are said.
Yes, basically.
I'm comparing them to the translation that Varric is giving me, and via that I'm deciphering your language.
We can hope that I'm using the correct words most of the time.
Well, he's more comparing a stated word with phrasing or meaning than he is. He said these words. That means exactly what Varric gave me.
Yeah.
Right. Peace among worlds, Cyril. Peace among worlds. Sorry. Rick and Morty reference.
I need to
but
finish
anyway,
watching Rick and Morty.
yeah.
I left
but anyway,
off like a while ago.
There's been quite a bit. So going to Zhuja next, I guess. Not interrupting his prayer, of course, but...
Yeah, I've finished by now.
Okay. So I will ask Zhuja how he's doing and while sipping on my coffee. And mention both Cyril and myself getting more whispers and that they're probably fake or false, rather.
Yeah, I had more whispers, but they haven't tried anything major yet that I can use against them.
Good. I think it's best if we just ignore them. And then on to Neves. Hopefully not interrupting his breakfast.
Yes, Ferris, I will take it out here on the balcony. And he is, you'd probably find him in the middle of, partaking of the very fine breakfast. Probably near the end of it.
Alright, I will report that both Cyril, Zhuja, and myself had more whispers, but they're obviously just trying to make us distrustful and questioning our motives as far as questioning our integrity, kind of trying to cause us to become hopeless, and ask if he had anything similar.
What was Neves's whisper this morning?
They don't respect you, they don't fear you, they only pity you.
Yeah,
That's
basically saying his people only pity him.
Yes, they tried to say that no one fears me and they pity me, but it is fine. They will learn in time to fear me.
Indeed. Then I will cautiously attempt to explain that Cyril to maximize his efficiency in battle and in diplomacy, Cyril needs to bring in some of his staff. Can I call him?
Cyril would describe them as a more like a military encampment.
Oh, so you need a lot of folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
not.
I'm pretty sure the whole process would require Cyril to A, build a structure, and B, need other hands on site knowing what they're doing to be able to reassemble him and do that kind of thing. And the whole process in and of itself takes days, if not like a week.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I guess I will attempt to explain this to Neves.
But that's also just to modify him. He is also looking to just straight up make a military encampment.
Right.
Neves would have very large issues with someone he does not trust moving an army in.
Yeah.
Right. That's why I'm trying to diplomatically explain it as...
All right, make your case. Let's hear it.
very good.
Let's role play.
Right, hang on. I'm trying to formulate it here.
Words.
Cyril's just looking at Varric.
Off with your head!
Comes in with this whole plan and then immediately looks at Neves and goes, fuck words.
Yeah.
I understand
Observation.
that my presence can be very intimidating, but do spit it out, man.
Get on with it.
So Cyril needs to bring in some troops to assist with our current mission. He needs a few of them to be encamped outside the castle. And I can give you my personal assurance, and I'll glance at Cyril, that they will make no hostile actions towards you or your troops. They will be here merely to facilitate him in facilitating our mission.
Neves will sit back in his chair, sipping at his morning tea.
See, Cyril does not know what you're saying, but these are all lies.
Jeez. I will kind of, attempt to translate what I just said to Cyril, and assure him that not only would
you need to do this.
right, and not only will Neves be attacking him if he doesn't follow through with this, but Varric might have to join in.
Cyril will object to the statement of he is bringing this army in for his own personal mission, for both diplomatic causes and for, ensuring a Tojathon, so to speak.
So you're saying that you're objecting to it being only to help out Neves in our party with our quest?
Yes.
Okay.
They're here for their mission.
For the duration.
That is why I've been sent. I'm here for my mission. I will help you guys, but
okay.
He doesn't want there to be a miscommunication, thinking like, oh, these guys are like just people who are here to help you guys.
Okay, for the duration of our mission, until our mission is done, you'll make no hostile actions against Neves, and after our mission is completed, you will move your troops to a more appropriate location outside of Neves's borders.
Amendo. As long as Neves does not attack me, or does not attack my unit or any one of my soldiers, this is agreeable.
Okay, so I'll communicate that to Neves and kind of say we have a temporary alliance of sorts. There'll be no hostilities on either side, and after our mission is done, after our mission is completed, Cyril will take his troops and move them outside of Neves's territory, and we'll deal with the future when the future comes.
So while they've been discussing this, Neves has just been sitting there quietly sipping at his tea and watching carefully. And he sits there for a few more moments. He may bring the absolute minimum of what is required. No more.
Okay. So I will say, for the nonce, bring in the bare minimum of troops that you need, and afterwards, you can probably bring in more.
Cyril is going to state the absolute minimum is all of them.
Damn
it. Those are my orders.
Can you not just like
to be fair, all of them is not like
hundreds.
It's not hundreds and millions and thousands. It's like I don't know, several squads. What would you say, DM?
I'd say about a couple hundred at
Couple
most.
hundred.
Okay, so I'll kind of couch this in to Neves as it's a couple hundred. Your troops would easily outnumber them and could probably easily destroy them. Oh, Neves, great conqueror.
Oh, you're appealing to Nevis's ego now.
Precisely.
That's how you do it.
That's exactly how you do it.
It's Neves.
So you could easily stomp these guys into the ground if they made any sort of hostile moves, but they've assured us that they won't. And after the mission's over, they'll move their troops out, and I'm sure you could still stomp them whenever you wanted to. But there's no real need for that. There's no need for that. It's all good. I will try not to fidget and look nervous.
Yeah,
and still sipping my coffee.
I like Sirio's comment, but there is no outside of Nevis's territory. There is only his current territory and his future territory.
Oh, I see. That's Sirio. That's fair. That's a fair cop.
Neves will look to between the two of you, taking another sip of his tea.
Cyril stares expressionlessly, but only not by choice. He has no emoticons or expressions.
Resting stoic face.
It's not resting stoic face, it's permanent stoic face.
Fair.
Just
They
as long as you're not
are-
a photo gen.
I will require them to be disarmed.
But how will they be of use in our quest if they are all disarmed?
Are they coming to be of use in our quest?
Until our quest is ended, yes.
Very well. But I will hold you personally responsible, Varric.
Understood. I will convey this to Cyril with as close approximation as "don't fuck this up for me" in his language.
Response. I do not believe it is physically capable within my programming.
That is a different robot altogether.
I hear some
What?
wiggle words there, but I'll okay.
I was nothing. Don't worry about it.
All right, so we have our shaky alliance for now.
Yeah. That's basically my response. Varric says, don't fuck this up. Cyril says, I literally can't.
Okay, good. As long as Neves keeps his side of the bargain, glance.
You're
We'll be all
glad.
right. It'll all be copacetic.
To coin a term, the location that is chosen for this new camp is easily within smiting distance of Neves.
I would
Exactly.
like to remind you that I do have the ability to nuke all of that army.
I would do it gladly too.
Cyril looks to Varric for the translation.
Sorry.
Does Varric?
Sorry, say again.
Who?
You.
Neves was saying that he does have the ability to nuke the entire army. Or at least to have it ordered.
Yeah, I will carefully explain that 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 his troops will be outnumbered, so please don't
Yeah.
please don't make any sort of moves, aggressive moves. That sort of thing. I'm not gonna mention the whole nuke thing, but I'll kind of allude to that.
Response: We've already agreed on non-aggression.
Right? Yes, of course we have. I will also convey that to Neves and say, hey, as long as you don't attack, they won't attack. So
We're good.
chill out. It's all good. It's all good in Neves's hood.
Well, we shall see how it goes. And whether
Yes.
Varric gets ritualistically sacrificed.
Okay, so I probably finished my coffee by now, so I'm gonna go have another one.
I was having fun listening to that, but I was so tempted to interject at one point where Neves was contemplating like not doing it. I'm like, oh, I really want like it's kind of necessary for one of the characters. So I was just like, I was semi tempted to have the whispers come in and have Neves say, "Don't do it."
Just despite the whispers.
And now the vision happens.
Yeah.
See, now the whispers come in and tell Neves they'll betray you.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, the whispers do come in and say that. Actually, thank you for the idea.
But we're able to distinguish between the whispers and our own thoughts, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The whispers seem to come from outside your head, from everywhere, but also nowhere.
Right. Well, they're not necessarily anything to worry about as long as we can distinguish between.
Yes.
We know they lie. My coffee wasn't poisoned. At least those two weren't. The third one might. Who knows?
Well, we won't know until you drink it. But bottoms up.
Yep, I was going for a third one because that was a bit of a stressful deliberation there.
Sarah follows Varric to the next cup of coffee.
A little stressed at this moment. Varric might turn around and say, "Are you my puppy now?"
Yes. Varric has acquired a lost puppy dog.
No, like.
See,
that's okay.
You're
I'll
required for translations.
This is fair. This is fair. All right. Well, I guess while I'm sipping on my third brown morning drink, maybe I can start teaching him a little more language. Speed up the process a little bit.
Intelligence, like normal intelligence rolls, are rolled into sagacity, right?
And
yep.
And or finesse, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Roll me a sagacity. See how well you teach him.
Sagacity and finesse.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say if I was rolling, I would just have finesse.
Yeah. No, just have. I'm having Varric roll.
Can I get a +1 to my sagacity for this?
I mean,
Can you earn dots? Is that a thing?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, basically, you gain experience doing various things in the game, which we need the DM to let us know when we've earned those, and then you can spend those on getting more dots.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different ways of getting points.
Okay. Because I
but
was gonna say, I know that you naturally get them via level up, but I didn't know if they were like. I know in some versions of different role playing things, you can get like bonus feats for wonderful acts.
No, for simply
I'm not
role
sure about
playing
that,
and
yeah.
stuff, no. Not
And you
quite
can
like
get
that.
extra dice for describing better. The DM decides how much extra dice.
Yeah.
Right, but not milestones, which is what we're referring to.
Right.
All right, so sagacity and finesse, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Wait, how do I decrease the number of dice in my hand?
Drop them and start over.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if there was a way of decreasing.
So does it help at all that I have like a computer processor brain?
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Not
Ooh,
really.
that's damn good.
It's just still a roll.
Do
That
tens
is
count
really
as
good.
2? Do tens count as 2?
They explode.
Yes, they do.
So you
They explode. Oh, nice. Okay.
They count as 2, and then you re-roll them as well.
Nice. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, and then
Extra 4.
yeah. Ooh,
Well,
another one. And 11.
It was actually an 8 because you had a 1 there.
Oh, right. Okay.
And then that new 10 also explodes, and you keep going.
Right.
So on and so forth.
Go.
You also have a 7 in there, so it's 12.
Nice.
Well, before it was 8.
Yeah, 8,
and
and
then
then 10.
So you need an 8
and
to
then
succeed,
11.
correct?
11.
So now it's 12.
Yeah.
Well, no, it depends on the
Plus.
depends on the task attempting to be done.
Yeah.
But anything from
So-
7 to 10 is a success.
Normally.
Right.
I'm going to say you manage to get Cyril to understand in like process. You're still going to need to be there to translate for like big complex things, but he can go in and like say, "Hi, I am Cyril," in the language and minor things like that. Now,
Okay. Where's the bathroom?
yeah, like it very like the minor stuff, like the first like baby's first French stuff.
Okay.
I was taking this more like 3rd grade French.
Yeah, it's like it's like the important things you need to know in a language, but not the full language.
that's understandable. We only have a couple hours, I assume we're doing this, but
Yeah.
I still don't know how to conjugate.
yeah. Verb conjugation is a bit of a problem, but okay. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing while I'm drinking my 3rd brown morning drink of the day. Oh, I'm glad that roll was good.
Yeah.
And I think that's all. I mean, we don't really have anything else planned right now, right? There's no other news of any other weirdness we need to investigate or anything?
Duke.
I mean, there's always the town itself that got destroyed by the Dragonborn that you could go investigate and see if there's anything left or any survivors and stuff like that, but that's entirely up to you.
That's true. I suppose we could do that. Or I could, if anyone wants to join me.
Well, I mean, Cyril first needs to reenact the droid invasion on Naboo.
Yeah. Cyril needs to get his army in.
Yeah,
so.
Cyril's kind of busy, so hopefully he can hold his own for the time being.
He just opens a portal, they all march in like squad formations, and then he's like, alright. And then he comes back.
I hope he would explain to them the whole thing about not attacking anybody, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That all gets conveyed because, again, for all these guys, it's basically like 1 and 0. They're all like, okay, orders understood. They'll have loyalty to me and a Tojathon, so
Nice.
They're not going to do that shit. But we're here under orders of Atochathon to be a diplomatic mission. We just have the defenses should we need them.
Sure, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Okay, well, Varric is going to announce that he's going to be heading out to the smoking crater of nastiness to see if anything survived.
Yeah, so the town that was destroyed was called Riverhold.
Riverhold, okay.
Is anybody going to join Varric?
Yeah, I will.
Alright,
Cyril does want to know what happened there because,
yes.
dangerous Exalteds going around and destroying things are relevant.
I will invite Neves as well.
Neves will also go. Of
Okay.
course, bringing his army, or at least the one that, his vanguard. He has a large
The one that
army, it's
matters.
just, only some of it he takes with him. The rest is all on defense, and he has them all on high alert for the potentially enemy army that is right outside the gates.
Yeah.
Also, whoever is eating, we are hearing you doing so.
Food. Did you bring enough to share with the class?
H, I brought a full birthday cake.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, by the way. Wasn't able to wish you that.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Thank you. Anyways, so I'm gonna say the travel to the town is about a week out.
Wow.
It is a bit of a travel.
Alright, so... Well, I guess I'm tempted to try, if it's that far away, I'm tempted to try another of Truth's Best Unspoken or two.
Oh, the future thing?
Yeah. Perhaps, yeah, why don't I try that for, myself the first night?
So...
Technically, I should be rolling for it. Unless
Yeah.
you want to just...
No, go ahead. Roll for it.
Okay. Let's see, so... What was that? That was a... Fortitude, was it? Fortitude? Hang on. On my character sheet. Yeah, Fortitude and Sagacity, so that's a 8. Yep. 1 plus 2 minus 1, so that's 2. Yep. 2.
So, you don't get much more info than you already had.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess maybe I'll kind of go around the party then, so next will be Neves the next night, assuming nothing happens.
Okay, do the roll. Yeah, I don't have any combat encounters planned, so there's nothing going to be happening.
Okay. Well, I think that's 0. Neves is good. Neves is fine.
You don't get jack shit from Neves.
Okay.
In Exalted, there's a lot of just kind of skipping through traveling scenes.
Right.
He's just it's a week travel, so he wants to go through each of the party with his special thing.
Yeah.
Just to see if I can get a real good success and get a better idea of what's going to happen, if anything. So that'll be Juja next. So that is 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
you what you can glean, you gain a little bit from this, but not a lot. What you glean is that Zusha is going to have to make an important decision in the near-ish future. What the decision is, you don't know.
Okay. Duly noted. And I guess Cyril for the last night. One, two, three, four. 3, 2. Not much.
No, not much.
Okay.
So what are these rolls doing exactly?
So I'm using my Of Truth's Best Unspoken, which is revealing the greatest tragedy soon to befall a character, but I'm going through each of the party members. That's the last one I'll do.
He's they're basically scrying the future.
Yeah.
Cyril's greatest tragedy is in the past.
And when they got to you, Toshime, it was what they were able to glean is you're going to have to make an important decision in the near-ish future. They don't know when or what that decision will be.
Okay. And if the whispers are getting strong for people, I can activate my Gem of Day's Light to protect people from it.
Gee, I think you could, from what I can gather from your story and everything.
Oh wait, I should state, because there's like a whole week of it going on now. Zhuza, whenever you're near Cyril, he stares at you. Usually his head does like a little thing where it looks back and forth, as though it's almost like scanning surroundings, but when you are close enough to him, he stares at you.
After noticing this second or third day, I might strategically comment to Cyril that can be kind of disquieting. And it's
Varric. Do you say this when Varric is around? Because if Varric does not translate, he continues to stare.
Well, no, this was Varric talking to Cyril.
Yeah,
saying, this isn't appropriate. This isn't really appropriate behavior for allies. I'll kind of say.
Yes.
Response. Individual known as Zuza has identified themselves as a solar.
And
Solars were the cause of the Atochathon leaving this realm.
a lot of time has passed since then.
Observation. You are correct. Amendum. Solars are still one of my priority targets.
So maybe look at them out of the corner of your visual receptor.
Yes.
Keep them in your field of view, but don't stare. That's impolite. And you're less likely to make friends if you just stare.
Maybe we can mend the rift between our two factions.
Ah, there you go. Perhaps you two will be the first solar alchemical friendship. But that won't happen if you don't treat them with respect. And respect involves not staring.
What's the word?
That's an interesting word.
No, that's not a word. I'm trying to think of... So he looks to Varric and goes, compromise. I can try to maintain my targeting systems outside of my peripheral vision. However, I cannot undo my programming to be cautious around solars.
Fair enough.
Addendum.
Oh,
I do not seek any hostilities with the Solar, however, as I am here for peaceful negotiations. And
The staring might be construed as hostility.
query. Since when does looking at someone require hostility?
Just looking and glancing at somebody doesn't, but staring at them for as long as they're within your general area can be. How about look at him every few seconds instead of all the seconds?
Objection. Even in a few seconds, a Solar can produce devastating damage.
I'm not going to win this one.
yeah, you're not gonna win this one. Let's move
Oh,
on.
we can absolutely win it. Just kill it.
No, that is not a solution.
It is a perfectly valid strategy.
That is the
Fair.
solution. Violence is not the solution to everything.
No, it's not.
It is the answer.
As much as Neves wants. No, it isn't. All right, so I guess I'll just kind of shrug and hope for the best.
Addendum. I am not trying to proceed hostilities. Simply caution.
Fair enough.
So, after this week, I'm gonna move on. So, after this week has progressed, you approach the ruins of what was once Riverhold. It was beginning to be known as a bustling trade town. It was semi-large. What was once the walls are now just gone. Inside, you can see they're just charcoal now, really, but there's remains of buildings. There is one mostly intact building. It's still burnt to hell and destroyed like all the rest, but it's more intact than the rest.
Had you said before that everybody had been killed before? Like, as far as we could see, there were nobody left alive except those 5 dragonblood?
That's what all the reports said, but nobody's been here since.
Okay.
So nobody's actually sent in a party to see if there was any survivors. They were just like, well, 5 Exalted went crazy, everyone's dead.
Okay.
When it comes to Exalted, that's probably yeah.
Yeah. So I was kind of thinking about making a circuit and try to find any prints that might be a sign that people returned, or like hunters or somebody might have come back to the town after it was destroyed.
So you don't find anything leading out, but you do find signs that people have been living here since it's been destroyed.
I guess that one building's probably where we need to check out.
Sounds good.
So you approach the front door, which surprisingly it still has a door. And as you go to open it, it just falls.
Sorry about the door.
Observation. This place has a low structural integrity.
Agreed.
This looks to be what used to be the town hall.
Built to last.
Inside, it's dark because, well, no one's really supposed to be here. Um, from the light you can see from the door, from the light coming in from the door, you can see off in a corner, a barricade. Like someone barricaded up that area to try and escape something. Everything else just seems basically just a destroyed building.
I guess Varric will try to call out.
You hear scrambling from behind the barricade.
We mean you no harm.
A small head pokes out from behind the barricade, and it's like, I don't know. I don't know if I can trust you.
We haven't attacked.
This head, by the way, belongs to a child.
We're not here to hurt you, little one.
Hang on. Don't come inside. I've booby trapped the place. Let me just disarm all the shit for you. You hear more scrambling and snapping of wires and shit. Right next to the door, you see a massive log just swing past.
We can talk outside if you would rather.
No, it's safer in here.
Fair enough. There's not much living outside, though. Just so you know.
Not during the day, no.
Have things been coming around at nighttime?
Yes. That's why this barricade's up.
Observation. These crude implements seem acceptable for defending against wild animals.
I wasn't worried about the dragonblood coming back. They thought they killed everyone.
What has been coming around at night?
I don't know. They're not wolves, but they're something like them. They seem to be made of shadow.
I knew you were going to say that.
Good
What's your
news
name?
is, I never really had a name. I was an urchin on the streets. Most people just called me Rat.
Very
Are
well,
there
Rat.
any others here with you?
No, just me.
I do a life sign detection scan.
Besides a bunch of other, actual rats, there's just Rat.
So, is it common knowledge? Yeah, Shadowlands are pretty common knowledge, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. But what are the signs of one aside from, I feel like there would be some kind of sign that, yes, this is indeed a Shadowland that others could see, even when the shades aren't there. Are there?
I don't know. That's a question for Kerr.
Or Toshime?
Yeah.
Let me open up my book.
Georgie, stop it! My dog is, on edge today.
Georgie detects the ghosts.
No, Georgie wants to kill the robot too.
No, she wants to kill the dog we're dog sitting.
Oh.
Georgie.
My dog.
Oh.
So I vote we kill the robot and offer its blood or oil as a sacrifice to seal up the Shadowlands. That works, right? No, what? Never mind. I know it works. It has to.
Veto. That idea has been vetoed.
Lyric just looks at Neves, is like, hold on, that's not in the script.
Me looking over my non-existent notes. There's a script?
Mm.
And then you just shrug, well, I guess there is now.
Yeah.
Throw it over your shoulder and completely ignore the script.
Right. I will suggest to Nevis that we take Rat back to the castle. Since he obviously doesn't have much.
I was thinking the same thing.
All right.
You better not pull a Batman on me.
And I do have the excellency of uncanny perception technique. Whenever a spirit within medium range of me, I get a warning sensation that prompts me to activate my charm to see them.
Oh, this place is haunted as fuck. I mean, a bunch of people were murdered in cold blood by a bunch of Exalted. It's haunted as hell.
So yes, we are in a Shadowland.
It is now. Yikes. So I guess I'll try to convey to Rat that he'll probably be safer coming with us rather than staying here, as we don't have any shadows creeping around Nevis's castle.
And
you will be well cared for amongst my people.
Rat looks at Nevik and goes, I like the fluffy one. I'm gonna go with him.
Hey!
Nevis just gives a broad grin. Well then, come along, my boy.
And I'll start the preparations to put everybody, all the spirits, into the circle again.
I'll help Zhuja if he has any need for assistance.
All right. So mechanics-wise, how does this ritual work?
It's going to be a sagacity
roll. Okay.
Yeah, with finesse.
All right.
And is this a venture technically?
Yeah.
With a team effort sort of thing?
Yep. Eight successes.
All right. So, as you do this ritual, you hear an ear-splitting screech, but it succeeds.
And the spirits are able to pass on all of them. Is there any that do not want to pass on?
There
Cyril
is
has his weapons drawn.
one does not want to pass on without giving you some information.
Okay, I'll listen.
He tells you I'm trying to figure out a way to phrase this without giving shit away. Hang on.
So meanwhile, Neves has gotten Ferris to start putting together a little snack for himself and Rat. And they're just off having a nice little conversation about, conquering and the castle and everything else, Neves will even offer that he can make Rat be fluffy as well. He's always happy to share that boon with others.
But only if he specifically becomes a rat.
Yes.
He could do that very easily.
Okay, yes. Like, please make Rat a rat. Rat gets, like, wide-eyed when you say he can be fluffy, too. Like, yes.
Oh.
Rat.
Well,
Rat.
Neves will
I'm
simply...
the rat.
Neves pulls out a knife, pricks his own finger, spreads it on the kid's forehead, and boom, he is now Rat. Rat the rat.
Yes.
Delightful.
Simba.
Rat is now nibbling on his own tail.
Delightful.
I'm the giant rat that makes all of the rules.
Yes!
What?
It's an old meme.
God bless Germa.
Anyways, this ghost feels like he wants to give you a name, but all he can say is nevermore before he disappears.
Oh,
Shakespeare?
okay. No, that's not Shakespeare at all.
Yeah, that's the Raven.
That's Edgar
He's quoting
Allan
the
Poe.
Raven.
He quotes the Raven.
No, that wasn't Edgar Allan Poe. That was Edgar Allan Poe quoting the Raven, so therefore that was the Raven.
Oh. No, my bad.
That's the
Not
Raven
Shakespeare, though.
quote.
Was that Nevermore or Neverborn?
It's like he tried to say something, but at the last minute the words got twisted into nevermore. He couldn't say the right word.
Okay.
So it could be Neverborn, he just couldn't say that.
It's probably Neverborn.
And I'll pass on this information to everybody else.
Query, what is the significance of Nevermore and Neverborn?
The clues should be falling together a little bit.
Oh yeah, I'm just pretty sure Cyril has literally no idea. Because of his lack of knowledge on,
Yes.
world events.
Technically, the Neverborn showed up after they left, so...
Yeah, then I would absolutely have no clue. So he will ask, what is a Neverborn?
I'll let the party explain.
Dead gods.
Technically, they're the brothers and sisters of Atoshathon.
Ah, the other primordials.
Yes.
Statement. Ah, the other primordials.
That was more me out of character going, ah.
I figured.
Yeah.
And so this could be any of the three factions of the undead ones who are actually never did. The Neverborn are the ones who are ruling death. It could be the ones that that the old Exalted threw inside of Malpheus. Or it could be ones that could have escaped being killed or imprisoned. An official Neverborn is a tricky thing.
Yes.
Ah. I think I have an idea. I'm not sure if I can mention it.
Go ahead.
There's also something that is like not knowledge at all for like any Exalted, but it's also related to the curse, the Great Curse. The Neverborn and the Neverborn made the curse.
Yeah.
And what the curse does is it drives Exalted insane.
And technically, with Whispers, you could be giving us points of limit.
I could be. I'm not doing that yet.
Mm-hmm.
Zero's immune!
And why do people run up and work?
Oh yeah, I guess they do still have the limit break stuff in
Yeah.
in essence.
Yeah. So, you all have discovered basically the BBEG. What's driving all the Exalted insane?
It's the old dead gods. Except for a Tochathon. A Tochathon would never do that.
Can I make a sagacity roll to try to piece together the clues that we have so far into something more
Concrete.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Nope.
Nope. Yep. You're basically at the same general knowledge level that everyone else has reached in the room. It's like, well, we have a general idea of like who the fuck's causing it. We don't know which one of any of them it is, though.
That's the thing. I kind of looked up some lore and I have a theory, but I didn't want to.
Well, I'm kind of making up my own little bits for this, so.
Okay.
At least
Nestle?
it's not the wild.
You are either getting terrible rolls today or absolutely insanely good ones. You have no in between today.
No, that's pretty common for me. That's fairly common for the dice games that I play, unfortunately. Well, I guess can I follow that up with a when we get back to the castle? Can I try talking to my contacts again?
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
actually.
Good. I shall do that when we get back. So I guess if there's anything else to do here, I think we pretty much cleared up the ghosty goose. Found Rat, made him a rat.
By the way, Rat is a kleptomaniac, and these will start going missing.
Great.
The good thing everything is built in.
Yeah, for you. So I guess we're flying back, or walking back, rather.
I didn't intend it to be this way, but he has fallen. He's become enamored with Neves, and Neves is just gonna wake up to like random gifts like at his door.
All of them
Hey.
things that he already owned.
Already
Probably.
owned or shit he's stolen from the city.
You just find a wheel of cheese.
It's Neves' territory.
Yes.
Technically, everything belongs
already-
to him after all, anyway. So
Here, I just saved you the trip. A wheel of cheese. What will I need this for? For when you fight the dragon.
What dragon? That one?
It kind of caught me as I was stealing some gold from it. By the way, here's the gold.
Here, I'm giving you. Hey, look what I stole for you. It's a heart of. It's the actual heart of one of those guys. Let me remember what they're called.
I can't wait till we go to another country and I just get to flex my 5 embassy.
I mean, technically, there's only 2 countries. There's the Empire and Neves' kingdom.
Well, technically, you're in another country already. At least one that you're not familiar with. So I'm not surprised you're not making more embassy rolls.
Rat steals the heart of Arrakisha.
See, the problem with that is that I'm actively role-playing with the leader of this nation, so I can't really embassy him because I'm actively role-playing with him. If I go to the Empire Nation, I can say some things, but at the end of the day, it's probably going to go down to embassy roles. Here, it is more reliant on roleplay and character interaction.
Fair enough. I figured you're still technically in a foreign country since you came from another one to get here. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Toshme?
Rat actually steals one of the hearts of Arrakisha. That's the
I'm
whole
assuming that would be
thing.
bad.
If you get the heart of Arrakisha, you control it.
Oh.
What is Arrakisha?
Depends on the lore that you go with, but in most lores, they're a very, very powerful being.
Gotcha.
In the other campaign, the easiest way to summon Arrakisha would have been to say perfect. If you remember
Oh,
that.
Rakisha or Fairfolk?
Yes.
Okay. The Fae,
That sounds-
Fairfolk, however you want to say it.
So upset Kura's not here for this revelation of what the boss is.
In.
We'll catch
In
them up.
creation, you'd use Fairfolk because you don't want to get the attention of Arrakisha by using that name.
The good news is, when Kerr comes in next week when we're doing the recap, you can then give him his whispers and also probably an out as to why he's not here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need to step away for a quick second. BRB.
Okay.
Alright, so we're back at the castle. We are kind of, I guess, twiddling our thumbs trying to decide where to go next, I guess.
Well, I was going to go back to the bureau.
Yeah, Derek was going
right.
to go talk to his contacts. So you get there, they're knee deep in like dusty old tomes and scrolls. They look up at you, it's like, all right, we figured out what the Rispas are from.
And
From like this like really old sect of the Neverborn.
okay,
There's 8 of them.
that makes sense.
4 guys, 4 girls. They desire the end of the world.
Who doesn't?
Not just the end of the world. They desire an end to all things.
But Neves doesn't desire the end of the world.
I just kind of it's a fairly common trope with these kind of critters that they want the end of the world.
but Neves doesn't want it. He doesn't want the end of the world.
Right.
Well,
but
Neves
isn't an unconquerable evil. Neves isn't a Neverborn.
But all evil is conquerable.
True. That will be our goal. Does this sect have a name?
If you look magic enough, you can stab anything.
Does the sect have a name?
I have yet to give them a name, but I will get you a name by next session.
Okie dokie. So I'm assuming I just get this info without having to roll.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I'm using your previous rolls and everything, because it's like they were going to dig for you.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Well, that's great. That is good. That's good. That's good news.
Also explains the 8 eyes in the 8 sets of
exactly
the eyes in your vision.
Right. Okie dokie. Guess since I have backing with them as well, can I ask for any resources, or do I have to be specific about that?
When you ask for resources, they give you like they're like, hang on. They pull out a tome like the size of your forearm, like in terms of like how big it is, and they're just like, here you go. This has all the information on them.
All of this?
It's somewhere in there. Most of it.
Okay. Think of an index? Table of contents?
They look at you, go, yes? Question mark? And shrug.
Super. Well, much appreciated. Can I carry it? Does it need its own dolly or something?
You can carry it. It's surprisingly light.
Actually, no. What I will do is I'll stuff it in my cash egg.
Yep.
Which is a thing I have.
Even if you were to just try and carry it, it is surprisingly light.
Okay, good. Thank you. I will return this when I have found what I needed to find, and I guess I'm going to be
Also,
studying
you
this.
lose that book, you lose your head.
Understandable. That is fair. So I'm definitely going to store it in my cache egg for now, then.
Wait, you have an egg?
I have a cache egg, yes.
You have an egg?
I do.
And you party with a... You party with a Marten.
From what I have understood about this cache egg...
It's an egg of holding.
It's an egg of holding, and it's basically impossible to break into.
That's fine.
Oh
Your
my
egg
god.
Is missing.
I found a way of keeping Neves busy indefinitely.
Yep, but you don't have it anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. Neves took it.
I just took Matcha and fucking Varric walking on Neves just clawing at this egg like, give me.
Yep. I'm assuming that is exactly what happens. And I won't banish the egg to elsewhere for now because that's so amusing to watch him try to get into it.
Nah, Neves has more self-control than that.
I hope so. But I do keep an eye on it nonetheless.
By the way, Nevis, the second you got in the city, Rat ran off. And by the time you get back to your chambers, there's already like 7 cheese wheels there. You have no idea where they came from.
I'm more curious how Rat knew to find the cheese wheels, and then how he found Nevis's chambers.
He is a resourceful lad. Egg.
Egg. So I guess I'm going to be studying that for the foreseeable future, if ever I have any free time.
Yeah.
In between lessons with Cyril over there. And I guess I'm also going back to the castle to report what my contacts have found.
Yep. Which more or less just confirmed what you learned from Rat and a little bit extra.
Yep. And the little voice, or the little ghost that
Yeah.
tried to help
By the
us
way,
out.
the ghost was an old man.
Oh, good to know.
It was like one of the village elders.
Did that ritual work on the Dragonborn, by the way?
I don't know, the Dragonborn weren't in that town. They were in a different crater altogether.
Oh. Oh, that's right. That was the camp that was to be destroyed.
Yep.
Right.
No, the Dragonborn were who the fuck destroyed the
Dragonblood.
town.
Yeah, right. But I thought that we killed them in the city, but that's I forgot we went
No.
to their camp.
Yep.
And they were right to worry.
Yep.
By the way, as you study this book, the whispers like see that you telling you to burn it.
And I summarily ignore them. That means it's important, and I'm going to keep reading.
All right, I will get you more info on that later. I don't have them
It's fine.
fully fleshed out.
Yeah, I'm just saying that, if I ever hear the whispers in regard to reading the
Yeah.
book, I'm just going to ignore them.
I did not mean to do that. Didn't know I could do that. That's cool.
What'd you do?
Oh, I dragged the 9 from one of the other rolls and put it in chat for somehow.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyways.
You know what would be cool is if we could adjust the modules in Fantasy Grounds to actually count up the successes instead.
Right?
I know that
So
is
useful.
possible. I
It's just
know their
complex.
wiki, you can find that information on how to do it online.
Oh.
I just haven't had the time or real inclination to do so.
Fair enough.
Understandable.
I just do know it's possible. Duke.
Someday.
Well, from what I hear, they're supposed to be working on From what I've heard, they're supposed to be working on actually bringing Exalted to Fantasy Grounds.
Cool.
Yes, good. We have semi hit the end of what I have fully fleshed out. I have more like semi in the works, but like not fully there.
Okay.
It also kind of requires Teo to be here to get like the rest of this.
Okay.
I have returned.
Yeah.
Cool.
We've kind of hit the end of today's session, to be honest, because I
so-
can't really do much else today.
You're good. So just so you know, Moriarty, Cyril is dead.
No.
He has become one with the scrap heap.
No.
Yes.
I
No.
refuse.
But you can't refuse. You know, if you're
Why not?
dead, then you don't really get a choice on whether you die or not.
He rejects your
Congratulations.
reality and substitute his own.
Congratulations, Cyril. You are now playing red.
Oh,
Get
okay.
out there.
Cyril is
See,
now red.
here's the thing. If Cyril dies, he doesn't die. He just ticks one up.
Cyril too.
Yes!
Cyril 2.0.
Well, 0.2.
Yeah.
Yeah, my contacts told me that there's a really old sect of the Neverborn composed of 4 males and 4 females that desire the end of the world. I think that's what you missed.
Well, the specific wording I mean to say is the end of all things.
Creation? In specific? Or just all things?
Creation in the wild also.
Oh.
Creation, the wild, the gods, all things.
Yep.
Gotcha. Duly noted.
Yeah, no, they want to wipe everything.
Good times, good times. Let's
And
make
what-
sure they don't do that.
What better way to do that than to drive every Exalted in existence insane?
Yeah, that's a fair cop.
Yeah, but then you just get new Exalted.
True.
Because you can't really kill the Exalted. They just... You kill one physical form and it goes to a new person.
They're like immortal.
Well, see, there's the catch, though. If you wipe out any physical forms, then what happens? Like, if you got 300 Solar Exalted walking around because there's 300 Exaltations walking around, well, what happens if there's only 299 people on the planet?
You know, that's fair. That is fair.
Exactly.
That is certainly a way of eliminating Exalted.
The Exalted have the power to do that kind of shit more than anyone else.
Exactly.
Well, I guess since we are at the end for today, we will go ahead and wrap this up.
And place your troops for Neves.
Yes.
I do need to share a sudden thing that came to mind.
Yes.
If they run out of humans to exalt, eventually they'll just start exalting anything. Which explains the existence of Earthworm Jim.
Yeah, but what exalt? What specific kind of exalt is he?
Lunar.
Probably solar.
I don't know. I could see Earthworm Jim being more of an alchemical. Well, no.
Because
I
he's
mean,
a normal earthworm.
Yeah.
But the suit is what gives him his power.
It would probably be more of a lunar than... because those ones are most likely to go for, things like beast folk. So, an earthworm is close enough, I suppose. And, but otherwise, they're just operating a war strider.
Fair enough. In the case of Earthworm Jim, that is true.
Yes. Anyways, I'm gonna close out of Fantasy Grounds if that's okay.
Yep. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for Tides of Madness Exalted.
Well,
What the heck?
A little bit late.
oh, it's Earthworm Jim.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, all those things there on the website as well as down in the description below. Thank you to my patrons, donators, and subscribers. It is because of your support that I'm able to continue bringing these streams to you all. I really cannot do it without you guys. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by donating directly, subscribing to the channel, or simply sharing it around. But for now, I bid you all the most fondest adieu. I'll be back in
Bye, guys.
Have a good one.
Arrivederci.
I will be back in about an hour. I'm gonna step away for a bit. I kind of need to get breakfast and stuff because I woke up late, so, well, not quite late.
I gotta go do chores so I can have my birthday breakfast of soft tacos.
Yum.
Enjoy.
Solid
But, yeah.
mood, though. Waking up that late.
I'll see you guys in about an hour.
Enjoy.
Bye.